us on this exciting episode of The Entrepreneur. I'm your host, Faith Tatai. Today we are along Tokyo Way in Kamwala, Lusaka, Zambia, and I'll be talking to Abigail Nyangu, an entrepreneur who has ventured into printing and branding. Abigail, welcome to The Entrepreneur.
Thank you so much, Faith. Thank you for having me on your program.
Well, we'd like to find out who is Abigail.
My name's Abigail Nyangu, an entrepreneur in the printing and branding industry. I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in Public Administration from UNZA, and I'm also currently doing my MBA. I am a mother and a wife. Work experience, I'm a former banker until the time I got retrenched in 2021.
Wow. So, from a banker to printing and branding, the connection there, I don't see it. What really inspired you to get into printing and branding? And you know, printing and branding is actually associated with men most of the time. It's male dominated. Yes, it's male dominated. And now you are a woman into it. Where did this inspiration come from?
Okay, the inspiration, as I told you, Faith, I was working and then I got retrenched. So after my retrenchment, I had to join my husband who was here in Lusaka. So by then, here in Lusaka, my husband was doing a side business. He's formally in is working. He's got a formal job. Yes. So when he goes for work, I will be helping out with his side business. So that's how I got interest. You know, you're bored. You're used to working. So when helping out, I developed interest. So after the interest, he decided, well, maybe we open up a small shop. Since I have these few equipments, you help me to supervise the guys at my shop as we are waiting for you to be employed. Yeah, by then I was still job hunting. Like that was just the next thing was to look for another job. So that's how we started in a small shop.
Interesting. So what does your company involve? What is your business all about?
So our business is in printing and branding. So in printing, we print invoice books, we print magazines, we print flyers, we make posters, we make calendars, and then on the branding part, branding is about giving an organization that unique identity. So in branding, that's where we give you as a company, like maybe if you Faith as a company, you come to us. We design your logo, you tell us the colors, we help you find the colors, we come and put the billboards for you, even the 3D signages. We also give products that unique look. You know, maybe there is a new product in the industry, or you come up with an idea maybe of making soap or anything that you can come up with, or it can be food products, it can be juice. So we design that, we design for you how your product will be portrayed. So maybe that sticker there, we design for you. And then we also dress you up. For instance, we manufacture corporate shirts, yes, and then we also embroider on them. So we give you a uniform. You say, no, maybe I also want a uniform. So apart from giving you the physical outlook, maybe outside of your shop or of your industry, we also maybe give you a uniform. We also manufacture worksuits. Yeah, we are also doing uniforms. Yes, so branding is about a lot of things, and that's what we are doing here at Amotech.
In terms of your customers, who are your main customers?
Okay, we have a number of customers, and customers are, apart from corporate clients, we also have individual clients. Anyone can walk in, yeah, but we also have a number of corporate clients that we are working with. at the moment.
Wonderful. Can you describe the moment when you felt, okay, this business, I think it's what I needed to do?
Okay, you know where I'm coming from, the banking sector. I learned about customer service and marketing. So when I came here and we opened up the business, and I would offer solutions to customers, like convince them to do a product with us, to convince them by then maybe just doing a simple t-shirt with us. And then when we made that product and the customer was happy about it, I gained more confidence, and then I was more happy to say, okay, this is working out. At least I can even do more. So the next day, I'll wake up with that in mind to say, let me go and do better than yesterday. Let me go and make my clients happy. And yeah, that's how it works.
Who has been your mentor? Like, who do you look up to during your entrepreneurial journey? Who have you been looking up to?
Okay, my husband, definitely. My husband is the one who has influenced me in this industry. To begin with, I didn't have any idea that I was going to be in this industry, and I was even going to know about t-shirts, because where I'm coming from is a very different space. So he's the one who influenced me, he's the one who guided me, he's the one who gave me the motivation. Yeah. So even when we opened, and it was just me and my worker, as I told you earlier, it was just a small shop when we initially opened. So it was just me and my worker. So there will be times I'll be like, I would call him since he works out of town. I'll be like, today I'm not going to go for work. Why are you not going for work? You know, our worker called yesterday to say they're not going to come, they're not feeling well. But is that the reason why you shouldn't go? Don't you know that you're a number one worker yourself? You have to go. And then I'll be like, now where am I going to start from? You know, you have confidence in this worker to say, they're the ones who know about branding, they're the ones who know how to make a t-shirt. And then your husband says, no, you have to go. So you know those moments whereby he has said, let you go. So I would wake up, I come here, even when I'm alone, I would outsource. I started networking. He would tell me, no, if this is not working, you go downtown. Go and ask these guys. Okay, let me connect you to this guy at town center. You know, he's not here, but he's making those connections for me. So as I got to do those things, I got more confident. So I thank him for that, because he actually pushed me. Yeah.
What personal sacrifices did you do to build your brand?
Yes, looking back, yeah, sacrifices actually were many. To start with, I have small kids, and by then, like 4 years ago, they were even smaller. So there are times they would need my attention, and then I have to be here. So I sacrifice my time, yeah, for the kids. And then even functions, I could not attend certain functions, yeah. And then even family, you know, family time. That time maybe there is something happening in the family. Or are you going to come? And I will turn it down to say, no, I'm not going to make it, because I had to be here. It was just starting. And then even at home, resources, yeah. So it was a sacrifice. We would get my husband's salary to reinvest in the business. So we would even get money, maybe that was, we were supposed to have an outing, but you cannot have it. You have to look at the business. So those are the sacrifices that we had to make.
Customers, Abigail, the customers who don't really know what they want when they come here, I'm sure. How do you deal with those?
Also, for those customers that do not know what they want when they walk in here, I probe. Yeah. So through probing, obviously you are going to find out something. And then if I have samples, I'll give them, say, oh, maybe, what about this? Yeah. And then I also ask them maybe what they like. Yeah, so from that, at least I'll be able to get something.
How do you inspire and manage your team to deliver consistent quality products?
Okay, yeah, for my team, I encourage teamwork. Yeah, I encourage us to work together. Yes, and I also emphasize on quality. You know, quality is what distinguishes you. And then you set a certain way of doing things, yeah, so that you follow through as a team, so that everything is consistent and everything is well aligned. So we have to work as a team and we have to collaborate, yeah, in whatever we do. Yeah, and I also lead by example. Yeah, because a team cannot follow you if you're doing the opposite. So if you say you love quality, also make sure what the products you also produce are of high quality. So I make sure I check. Actually, they even know. I make sure I check their work, yeah, to make sure that it's of high quality. And I also make sure I do my best so that they know that, okay, if I am doing my best, they should also do their best.
Entrepreneurship is one way of increasing job opportunities. Could you tell us how many people have you empowered or employed in your company?
Okay, so in our company we actually have 5 workers. Yes, and then we also have part-time workers. So the 5 workers are actually permanent, and then now we also hire the part-timers, those who come to help us when we have a lot of jobs. Yeah. So actually, we are contributing and helping out there.
Great. Viewers, we now go on a short break. Stay tuned.
This is Jimmy Muchindu. Keep watching The Entrepreneur on Zanis TV, the People's Channel.
Welcome back. In case you have just joined us, this is The Entrepreneur, and I'm talking to Abigail Nyangu, an entrepreneur who's into printing and branding. Abigail, what strategies have helped you in your business to grow from a small operation to where you are now?
Okay, so the strategies, one of them is discipline in terms of resources, yeah, and then also consistency in whatever we do. Another strategy is networking. You know, our industry, you cannot work on your own. So when you network, you know what others are doing. Obviously, when you come back, you come and improve on it. Yeah. And then we also invest in technology, like from the monies that we are making, we reinvest because, you know, things change over time and people want what's trending. So you have to reinvest in machinery, yeah, so that you bring in more clients because of the machinery that you have.
How do you differentiate your services in a world that is very competitive?
Oh, okay. Yeah, obviously quality. Yeah. So we make sure that our products are of top-notch quality. Yes. So that's what has really helped us in this competitive industry.
Okay. In terms of marketing, what media platforms are you using to actually market your products?
Okay, so for me, I use WhatsApp. We also have a Facebook page. Yes. So and then even our friends, family and friends, you know, they refer us. Yeah, they refer us to, other clients. So even you, Faith, you having come here, I expect clients from me. So refer me. Yeah.
What has been your most successful story or branding project so far in business?
Okay, so in our branding business, so we have done a number of them. Yes, but the most successful that I can talk of is when we branded the Hook Bar and Restaurant near Lewanika Mall. Yes, so that one is one of the most exciting in that the client had very much confidence in us. So whereby the client was like, you know what you're doing. So we designed for him. Yeah, we designed for him. We showed him how the mock-ups, how everything was was going to be. And when we started working on it, it was just so effortless, whereby you wouldn't even maybe like come to really check on what we are doing. It's like he trusted us for a good work, so we make sure we did our best. Yeah, we branded from the tables. We put up the 3D signage there at Hook. We also did the pylon from the outside. From there, we also gave them the look like they are workers. The uniforms were done by us, yeah, including the shirts, the aprons. Yes, we customized everything for them. So the tables, the outlook, the light boxes was done by us. So after everything was done, it's that thing whereby you look at a place and you are proud of yourself and you are happy, and the next thing you are looking for is just, okay, what is the owner? What is the owner coming to say? And then when he came to look at everything, he was so happy. He was excited about everything, and yeah, that was so fulfilling for me. Yeah.
Wow, great. You mentioned to say that you are a mother, you are a wife. How do you strike the balance between your business and being a mother?
Oh yeah, so doing business and being a mom, it's not easy, Faith, but yeah, I try my best. So there are times, obviously I have to create time for them. There's no one who's like ever busy that you cannot create time for what is important. My children really matter to me, and in as much as this is for them, this is for us, this is our family business, and I have to be here, I try by all means to create time. And I also try by all means to be here, to give my services here, to give it the best so that this small enterprise can grow bigger.
Let's talk about challenges. What are some of the challenges that you encountered in your early stage of your business?
So in my early stage of business, the challenges that I incurred was sometimes lack of business. So it was up to me, up to my husband, to look for clients, and that was challenging at that time. And then, I didn't know much about this, so it was challenging to fit in. Yeah, but as I said, my husband pushed me. He would, connect me. So those challenges, trying to settle down. You're from a place where you're just seated in the aircon, just calling next, doing what, and then now you have to do it on your own. So it was challenging, yeah, at the beginning, but I got used to it and pulled through.
What are the hardest lessons that you've learned as an entrepreneur, you being the director for the company?
Okay, so the hardest lessons are making those tough decisions. Yeah, as a director, sometimes you have to make those tough decisions because you are the one with the vision and you are the one who knows how things should move. So sometimes you find that those decisions that you make, they are uncomfortable to other people, maybe your workers, but you have to make them. Yeah.
What advice do you have for entrepreneurs watching this program right now who would like to venture into this kind of business?
Oh yes, in this kind of business, everyone is welcome. The cake is big, even you can do it. So do not get discouraged. So there is no one who does it perfect. There can always be your share. So do not be discouraged. Start when you can. Start even when you feel you can't. Yeah, start with what you have and you eventually make it.
We wrap up the program. If you had to sum up your entrepreneurial journey, in one word, what would it be?
Resilience. Yeah. I've been resilient. I think, yeah, that's what can best describe my journey.
Okay. Abigail, thank you so much for coming through to the Entrepreneur. We really appreciate it.
And thank you so much, Faith, for having me.
Viewers, that's all we had for you on the Entrepreneur. This has been Faith Katai. Keep watching Zanis TV, the People's Channel.